So approaching the boxing ring is Chinzorig BAATARSUKH, incredibly experienced operator.
The boxer representing Italy, Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE.
Don't adjust your sets. That is Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE. Back on the global stage once again. He'll be boxing out of the blue corner.
Seconds out. Rigby, this is your third and final round.
So Emmanuel Ferreira of Puerto Rico preparing to call time to get us underway in this final bout of the 7th session of boxing. It features two incredibly experienced operators. The man wearing red is Chinzorig BAATARSUKH, and I've called BAATARSUKH Chinzorig for the majority of his lengthy AIBA boxing career. Competed at the Olympic Games earlier this summer. Was eliminated in the first preliminary round. The man wearing blue is Italy's Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE. Drives in a hard right hand to the body. And that's a good right hand and then left jab over the top from BAATARSUKH. But in stark contrast to the glory days of yore, when you consider the outstanding tradition, Patrizio Oliva, Nino Benvenuti, Roberto Camarelli, so many others, including this man, Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE, who came away with a bronze at London 2012, and the year before that he took a bronze in Baku 2011. The Azzurri didn't have any men in attendance at the Olympic Games in Tokyo this summer. But here on a global stage, MANGIACAPRE representing once again, 32 years of age, and at his best, well, that's how he boxes. Terrific radar, which allows him to see shots coming almost in slow motion and then evade them before they can find the target. So back on a World Championship stage once again, looking to make it through for his second medal is what he will have in mind. First bout of the tournament for Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE, having received a bye in the round of 64. BAATARSUKH eliminating the man from Guatemala, Carlos Daniel Tobard, to progress through to the second preliminary round. Comes in as the reigning Asian Continental Champion, does BAATARSUKH, having eliminated or having beaten Shiva Thapa of India in the gold medal bout. Whole host of national titles under his belt over the years. Quarter-finalist back in Hamburg 2017. So closing seconds of the opening round. Big backhand attempted by MANGIACAPRE. First round in the book. And BAATARSUKH confident that he has done enough to take it. And he's taken it on a 3-2 split. The judges from Japan and Netherlands preferring the work of MANGIACAPRE at the conclusion what was a competitive 3 minutes of boxing.
seconds out. Round 2.
So the referee finally happy and calls time to get this second round underway in this battle between two incredibly experienced operators. Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE unable to qualify for the 2020 Olympics, having been eliminated in the first part of the tournament while it was being held in London, losing to Israel's Miroslav Kaupler in the first preliminary round. Good right hand landed by the man in red, brings a round of applause from his spectators. And there you see the radar of MANGIACAPRE allowing him to evade the first shots that were coming in his direction, but then he was clipped by the final right hand lashed out by the taller figure wearing red. And there's a solid right hand that catches MANGIACAPRE, and another one, and another one. Good double right hand, body then head from MANGIACAPRE. But he's taken some solid shots. Since not qualifying, as he runs onto a lead left hand there. He's had a couple of international bouts, MANGIACAPRE, but nowhere near the activity level of BAATARSUKH, who, as well as that Asian Continental silver, competing in his second Olympic Games in Tokyo, and then represented in the World Military Games in Moscow later in the summer. And he's applying the pressure here, and MANGIACAPRE is trying to evade the punches, but he's catching an awful lot of them, just as he did with that double left jab. In between the two jabs that landed was a right hand which was off the mark. But BAATARSUKH doing an outstanding job scoring points, as he did with that lead left hand there. So MANGIACAPRE pressing, competing, looking for his own successes, but they pale in comparison to the number of quality shots landed by BAATARSUKH. Corkscrew left attempted by the Italian boxer. And again, because of the style in which he boxes, when it works, just as it did there, it looks sublime. But sometimes when you're bobbing and weaving away from a punch and he leans backwards, if another shot comes and there's nowhere else to go, as has happened here on a few occasions, well, it can look rather ungainly. And again, that's not a criticism, that's just an observation, because this style has served the man very well indeed. But as he takes another right hand, the great Eddie Futch, trainer of Smoking Joe Frazier, Riddick Bowe, and a whole host of other world champions, said that reflex is like the elastic in your socks. Once it goes, you can't get it back. Now, I'm not suggesting that the reflexes of Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE have gone, but there was an awful lot of leather landed by BAATARSUKH during the course of that second round on MANGIACAPRE as he was attempting to avoid the punches. Some of the action then from round number 2. So into the third and final round we go then. And after that bronze medal success in 2011 in Baku, MANGIACAPRE, a quarter-finalist in the 13 and 15 editions of the World Championships in Kazakhstan and Doha, Qatar. Here he is back on the global scene once again after not making it through to the Olympic Games in Tokyo. But he's finding himself in a rather difficult position now, because he's trailing 20 points to 18 against BAATARSUKH. Truth be told, he's going to have to take his man out of there inside the distance. Takes another right hand as he was going in search of his own offense. BAATARSUKH now content to remain on the back foot because he knows, as he scores with a beautiful counter right hand once more, that he is the man who is in the strong position. Disruptive left jab poked out by BAATARSUKH. Counter right hand is a beautiful punch, picked exquisitely by BAATARSUKH. Right hand grazes, drags on the skin of MANGIACAPRE once again. Then he's put on the end of a left jab. Left hand success once again from BAATARSUKH, who is timing his man very well indeed. And again, MANGIACAPRE swinging and missing because BAATARSUKH was no longer there. Tries a right hand to the body, but couldn't find the range. And there's a good left hand. It was a long looping left from around the belt line from MANGIACAPRE. Two boxers exchanging rabbit punches. MANGIACAPRE digging in a right hand just before the referee intervened. So we're beyond the midpoint of the third and final round, and MANGIACAPRE hasn't found the range with the required consistency to make life uncomfortable unduly for BAATARSUKH. BAATARSUKH just has to keep himself out of harm's way, and he will be progressing through. But he takes a good right hand there, but he comes straight back with a right hand of his own. But he'll be progressing through to the round of 16. Was a quarter finalist in 2017. BAATARSUKH will have designs on going to a similar destination in the tournament and indeed beyond here in Belgrade. And he's boxing pretty impressively so far. Showcased his punch-picking prowess in the first 2 rounds. Here in the third round, in the closing seconds, just keeping himself beyond punching distance. He knows that MANGIACAPRE, the man who was so elusive when picking up podium places in global competitions at the start of the decade, the start of the previous decade, I suppose. Not able to demonstrate that quality here today. That is why there are high fives in the red corner. MANGIACAPRE sportingly acknowledging the fact that he has been bested here in this round of 32 encounter. He never stopped trying, he never stopped competing, but he simply couldn't get it going tonight. And I think that expression says it all. Rather resigned shake of the head from Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE. Let's get the official verdict at the conclusion of that contest.
Is the boxer out of the red corner, Chinzorig.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory for Chinzorig BAATARSUKH, the 30-year-old from Ulaanbaatar, through to the round of 16 with a unanimous point decision verdict over Vincenzo MANGIACAPRE. And how about that for sportsmanship from the 2011 World Championship bronze medalist? He knows it hasn't gone his way tonight. He's accepted it, and he's acknowledged his opponent, and respectfully showing that sporting tradition, holding the ropes open for him so he can exit the boxing ring. We're going to see BAATARSUKH again, and one wonders whether we will see MANGIACAPRE on the global stage. His expression in the corner as he was having his gloves removed suggests that it's a man who has got plenty to ponder.